You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us. And the world will live as one. Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears. I believe in everything until it's disproved. So I believe in fairies, the myths, dragons. It all exists, even if it's in your mind. Who's to say that dreams and nightmares aren't as real as the here and now? A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality. I believe in God, but not as one thing, not as an old man in the sky. I believe that what people call God is something in all of us. I believe that what Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha and all the rest said was right. It's just that the translations have gone wrong. If someone thinks that peace and love are just a cliché that must have been left behind in the 60s, that's a problem. Peace and love are eternal. If being an egomaniac means I believe in what I do and in my art or music, then in that respect you can call me that. I believe in what I do, and I'll say it. I'm not afraid of death because I don't believe in it, it's just getting out of one car, and into another. When you do something noble and beautiful and nobody noticed, do not be sad. For the sun every morning is a beautiful spectacle and yet most of the audience still sleeps. Part of me suspects that I'm a loser, and the other part of me thinks I'm God Almighty. You don't need anybody to tell you who you are or what you are. You are what you are. We live in a world where we have to hide to make love, while violence is practiced in broad daylight. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. It matters not who you love, where you love, why you love, when you love or how you love, it matters only that you love. My role in society, or any artist's or poet's role, is to try and express what we all feel. Not to tell people how to feel. Not as a preacher, not as a leader, but as a reflection of us all. Love is like a precious plant. You can't just accept it and leave it in the cupboard or just think it's going to get on by itself. You've got to keep on watering it. You've got to really look after it and nurture it. When I was about 12 I used to think I must be a genius, but nobody's noticed. If there is such a thing as a genius, I am one, and if there isn't I don't care. When it gets down to having to use violence, then you are playing the system's game. The establishment will irritate you, pull your beard, flick your face, to make you fight. Because once they've got you violent, then they know how to handle you. The only thing they don't know how to handle is non-violence and humor. Trying to please everybody is impossible. If you did that, you'd end up in the middle with nobody liking you. You've just got to make the decision about what you think is your best, and do it. When I hold you in my arms and I feel my finger on your trigger, I know no one can do me no harm because happiness is a warm gun. I'm not going to sacrifice love, real love, for any war or any friend, or any business, because in the end you're alone at night. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, and I think I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. That's what's insane about it. I put things down on sheets of paper and stuff them in my pockets. When I have enough, I have a book. The basic thing nobody asks is why do people take drugs of any sort? Why do we have these accessories to normal living to live? I mean, is there something wrong with society that's making us so pressurized, that we cannot live without guarding ourselves against it? Sometimes you wonder, I mean really wonder, I know we make our own reality, and we always have a choice, but how much is preordained? Is there always a fork in the road, and are there two preordained paths that are equally preordained? There could be hundreds of paths where one could go this way or that way, there's a chance, and it's very strange sometimes. You're all geniuses, and you're all beautiful. You don't need anyone to tell you who you are. You are what you are. Get out there and get peace, think peace, and live peace and breathe peace, and you'll get it as soon as you like. Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King are great examples of fantastic non-violence who died violently. I can never work that out. We're pacifists, but I'm not sure what it means when you're such a pacifist that you get shot. I can never understand that. People are just uptight because the kids are having fun. They didn't have the same freedom because they didn't take it, they just followed the lives laid down by their parents. And they're jealous of the people who didn't do that. I regret profoundly that I was not an American and not born in Greenwich Village. It might be dying, and there might be a lot of dirt in the air you breathe, but this is where it's happening. I was asked in an interview which was more important, money or love. I told the interviewer that if he had to ask the question, he wouldn't understand the answer. People think you want them to do something or say something special, you don't. You just want them to be themselves, so you can be yourself. They keep you doped with religion, and sex, and TV, and you think you're so clever and classless and free, but you're still fucking peasants as far as I can see. If I'd lived in Roman times, I'd have lived in Rome. Where else? Today America is the Roman Empire and New York is Rome itself. When I went to school they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down, happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment and I told them they didn't understand life. You can't keep quiet about anything that's going on in the world, unless you're a monk. Sorry, monks. I didn't mean it. We need to learn to love ourselves first, in all our glory and our imperfections. If we cannot love ourselves, we cannot fully open to our ability to love others or our potential to create. Evolution and all hopes for a better world rest in the fearlessness and open-hearted vision of people who embrace life. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end.